Hey everyone, I'm Joe and I'm an IT specialist here at Nagios. And in today's video, I'll be talking about and showing you how to monitor a DHCP server using Nagios XI. Monitoring a DHCP server with Nagios XI is critical to ensure that devices on the network receive valid IP addresses without interruption. If a DHCP server fails or encounters issues, it can cause network connectivity issues with users and devices. Proactive monitoring helps detect these issues quickly, ensuring consistent network access and minimizing downtime. Come on, let's dive right into today's video. The first step is to make sure you have your DHCP server IP address in order to move forward. Next, when on Nagios XI, we can head over to the left side of the screen, hover over the gearbox icon, and then click on Configuration Wizards. From here, at the search bar, we can search up DHCP, and then our DHCP configuration wizard pops up. We can click on this. The first step is to enter the IP address for your DHCP server in this box. We can insert that into the box, then click Next. On the next page, you can choose the host name that you want it to be. It will auto-populate with what the DHCP server is named, but you can change it to whatever you want it to be. I prefer to leave it default so I know exactly what server it is when I'm looking at all my hosts. The next few steps are optional, but Nagios XI offers them. We can put in a server IP, a requested IP, a MAC address, and then an interface. Starting with the server IP, I'm going to fill this in. The server IP is if we want a response from certain servers. If you want more than one server response, you can add a comma and a space with the IP addresses, just like I did. For the request IP box, this is for the expected IP address that the DHCP server is supposed to hand out, whether it's in the scope, range, or not of IPs. Beneath, we have a MAC address setting. This is for an optional MAC address to use in the DHCP requests, such as if you provide a MAC address, Nagios XI will simulate a DHCP request as if it were coming from a device with that certain MAC address. And then for our last box, underneath the basic settings, we have our network interface setting. If you have a certain network interface, such as ENS33, listening for DHCP responses, you can add it in this text box. Now moving on to advanced settings. Our advanced setting is unicast mode. Unicast mode sends the DHCP request directly to a specific DHCP server IP's address. If you want to enable this, we can click on the checkbox. But in order to enable it, you have to input a server IP address just like I did above. When all these settings are configured to your liking, we can head to the bottom of the page and click Next. Our next settings are for check intervals. Under normal circumstances, Nagios XI will monitor the host and service every 5 minutes. These numbers are personal preference. The default numbers are typically the best, but if it's a more critical host and service that you are monitoring, we recommend lowering the time to 2 or 3 minutes. When a potential problem is first detected, Nagios XI will recheck the host and service up to 5 times before sending a notification. If you get a threshold of a critical or warning, Nagios XI will check it 5 times to make sure it's not just a small error before sending you a notification and wasting your time. These numbers are able to be changed. Again, the default is always a good go-to. We can click Next when these settings are configured to your liking. Here we have our notification settings. The default setting is send a notification immediately, but you are able to wait a certain amount of time before sending a notification, or just turn notifications off in general. If these settings are configured correctly, you can scroll to the bottom and click Next again. Here we have our desired host groups. I'm going to leave this default just for demo purposes. We can scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Next. Here we have our final settings. In order to finish this configuration wizard, we need to manually verify that IP tables is allowing access to the DHCP ports before this check will work. If you run this command in your command prompt where your DHCP is on, it enables the ports that are needed to be open in order for this wizard to work. After that is done, we can click Finish and Apply. Our configuration successfully finished. I am now on the host page of the configuration wizard that I just configured. As you can tell, our DHCP server is up and running with no errors. We can check our Services tab just to make sure that all of our ports are open and okay. And that's it. You are officially monitoring a DHCP server using Nagios XI. I hope everyone was able to follow along this video very smoothly and to a T. If you need any more support and or additional assistance, you can visit us at support.nagios.com. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment for any more videos you'd like to see regarding Nagios products. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy monitoring!